Well, here at BNC, we also enjoy sharing pieces of Black history, and this next story is mostly known only to the graduates of America's only Black military academy, hidden in a rural Virginia town outside of Richmond. BNC's Candace Cole has more.
50 years ago, the halls were bustling with students at St. Emma, the nation's only African-American military academy, tucked away on a sprawling plot of land by the James River in Powhatan, Virginia.
We had formation.
And by 6:20, we was in chapel.
Yeah, it was in chapel. That was every single day.
Founded by Louise Drexel in 1895 on the Belmead Estate, St. Emma began as an agricultural and industrial school for Black and Native Americans, and later became a military boarding school in 1945.
Between the religious training that we got and the military training, along with the trades and whatnot that we had, it all made us a whole lot better person.
For over 70 years, Black teenage boys from across the country would become equipped with a foundation that would carry them throughout their lives. Robert Walker and Eugene Butler have fond memories of their time there.
And you got 3 diplomas when you graduated.
Yep.
You got whatever your trade was, you got a diploma. You got your academic diploma, and you received a military diploma.
That tough love, and no matter if you really wanted something, you know you have to sacrifice to get it. And that's what St. Emma taught us, how to appreciate.
At the time, they didn't realize they were living on hallowed ground, the final resting place of their ancestors, 130 slaves who worked those lands and built the mansion that once stood as a symbol of oppression and would later serve as a place of opportunity.
We found out about it after we graduated, and once I found out, I just started digging in more, and that's why I ended up writing this book, The Black Military Academy on the James River, because the story has to be told.
Eugene Butler and Robert Walker attended St. Emma at the height of the civil rights movement, when school integration was an unwelcome concept at best, and when many African American students were ostracized just for seeking an equal education. During that time, the former cadets say the isolation of St. Emma was a blessing.
I think that helped to mold each cadet into what they wanted. Catholics that would go out into the community and be good, upstanding citizens and be leaders in their communities.
St. Emma shared the sprawling 22,000-acre estate with St. Francis de Sales, a boarding school for Black teenage girls opened by now St. Catherine Drexel in 1899. Cynthia Henderson graduated in 1968 and credits the school's emphasis on confidence building and leadership skills with setting her up for a successful future.
You learn that communication and friendship and sisterhood was really important, no matter what the obstacle was.
While St. Francis provided a structured environment, Henderson says there was plenty of fun to be had with St. Emma right across the estate.
We used to send letters back and forth. There weren't no phone calls. We had socials once a week, and the socials, they had all full lights, nothing dark. They walk around with a ruler, and they'd have at least 3 inches, and they said, make room for the Holy Ghost, and come in between you, moving the hands.
Respect, discipline, and integrity. Those were the values each school stood for, and the very legacy of these hidden gems of Black history that Eugene and Robert are working tirelessly to preserve.
We're all in our 70s and 80s and whatnot, and so it is our duty to leave the legacy so that our grandkids and great-grandkids will see and learn from our experiences.
Richmond-based historian John Plashel says he found St. Emma by happenstance and was dumbstruck when he realized there was nothing to mark the site of the former institutions.
The more I got to know about it, the more I started looking around going, wait a second, this was the only Black military academy in the history of America. Where's the commemorative marker? That girls' school was built by Catherine Drexel? And all of a sudden, I became an advocate for this property.
From that moment, John, Robert, and Eugene set out on a mission to commemorate St. Emma and St. Francis de Sales with an exhibit at the National African American History Museum, a historical marker, and statue to honor the site where now only remnants remain of these two great beacons of opportunity for African American youth.
From slavery to empowerment. That's what St. Emma brought us.
And we're not going to stop until Denzel Washington is playing the part of Father Figaro.
Proceeds from tours of the Belmead Estate will help fund a marker for the historical site. In Richmond, Candace Cole, BNC.